So Pfizer's been in the news a lot lately after the FDA approved its COVID vaccine for emergency use. So I took a look at the stock chart there and I found a massive pattern on this chart that may suggest which direction this stock is going to go next. So let's take a look. All right, so I got Pfizer's chart pulled up in TradingView. Got the candlestick set to the daily time frame. So not a whole lot to see right here, but we need to zoom out a little bit more because this stock chart is gigantic. So we're going to keep on zooming out. And you might start to get an idea of what we're talking about here now that I've zoomed out a little bit further. But if you haven't figured it out yet, we have a gigantic inverted head and shoulders on this pattern here. There it is right there. So I am going to clean that up and make it a little bit more pretty for you guys. Let's put in a neckline right there. And now we can add our shoulders back in. And our head, those shoulders. We get a little bump here, and then we are off to the races. Right, so what does this really mean for the stock? Well, an inverted head and shoulders is very bullish. This is a type of pattern that reverses a trend. So it's called a reversal pattern. So if you have a bear trend coming into this pattern, it reverses it to the upside and turns it into a bull trend. So we have to have a bear trend coming into this stock, which if you look at this price action prior to, we set this little trend line right here. You can see lower highs right here, right? So that indicates a bear trend. And you can see lower lows as well right here. So that also indicates a bear trend. So we have the required bear trend going into this pattern, and inverted head and shoulders reverses that trend to the upside. So this indicates higher prices for Pfizer going forward. And what's great about this is we can find a price target based on the size of the head coming off of the neckline. So why don't we do that right now? Clear this brush off because we don't need the brush anymore. We know what we're looking at now. And we're going to measure the bottom of the head all the way up to the neckline. We get about $11.93. And we come over here and we measure $11.93 of upside from the neckline right here, wherever it breaks out. And we can see we're already well into our breakout. So this is happening as we speak, but good news here is $11.93 to the upside is still a lot more upside from where we're at. So the stock is currently trading at $41.12. That $11.93 to the upside puts our price target at $48.27. So we're talking another $7 of upside on a $41 chart. 7 divided by 41. So that's 17% of upside potential on this target. So even though we're about halfway there, we've already seen our confirmed breakout, which is a good sign. We know that this chart pattern played out exactly how we wanted it to. We're halfway to that price target, and we still have another 17% of upside to go. So that's all excellent stuff. So if we wanted to play this chart, if we wanted to play this pattern, we know that we're buying into a stock that already has a confirmed breakout on this pattern, and we know our price target as well. So I thought that was really interesting because Pfizer has been in the news a lot lately, right? They're right there in the mix for these COVID vaccines. We're getting a lot of positive COVID vaccine news lately. Pfizer's COVID vaccine was just approved by the FDA for emergency use, and we're going to see that start hitting the streets any day now. So a lot of hype around Pfizer, a lot of increased volume, and that might be why we saw this breakout from this inverted head and shoulders. But the reason that this head and shoulders is so massive, why I said it was massive, is because I had to zoom pretty far out to take a look at this. I mean, we are looking at this bear trend started in October of 2018, right? So 2 years ago. And then we started this inverted head and shoulders in, let's call it July of 2019. So we're talking about a stock chart pattern that has been playing out for, well, you know, the bear trend that we needed to start it started 2 years ago, and then the pattern started over a year ago. So this has just been an absolutely massive pattern in the making. It's been in a bear trend. The inverted head and shoulders reversed that trend to the upside, and now Pfizer is looking like it's in a bull trend, right? You can see we have a series of higher highs. Actually, I mean, you got a high way up there, but even these two little peaks right here were higher highs, and then you just shot to the upside. You've got a series of higher lows down here. I mean, everything just looks really good for this Pfizer chart, suggesting more upside activity. Even if the inverted head and shoulders pattern just didn't, match up just right with the neckline and things like that, this chart would still look really good. It does look like it has flipped from a bear trend to a bull trend. So looking really good for Pfizer here. We have that $48 price target on it now. There's still a good 17% of profit potential on this pattern. So pretty good trade here. And an inverted head and shoulders pattern has an extremely high rate of success. I just posted a YouTube Shorts video. It's less than a minute long. It's on my channel. It's the video right before this one, where I talk about the most successful chart patterns based on extensive research, and the inverted head and shoulders pattern is by far the most successful pattern out there. So I think it has about an 83% success rate. So 83% chance that once it breaks out, once we have that confirmed breakout over that neckline, it's going to hit that price target. So it looks like we're about halfway to that price target now. You got another 17% of profit from here. So pretty good odds that you are going to hit that $48 price target that we just set. Okay, so that's all I got for this video. If you guys liked it, please hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. I'll see you there and in the next video. Thanks, guys.